Hi. First of all, I would really like to thank you guys for your presentation, for your courage to stand through the initial, ballistics, and especially, yes, just the way you gave it across. Thank you so much. For me, it was really helpful. I've been here since the 60s, and I've watched these waterways slowly turn into roads. And actually, through all my time here, I've been wondering how we're ever going to move away from these existing roads to what is supposed to happen in Oroville eventually. And seeing more and more traffic happen on these roads, and even also myself getting used to them. It's quick and efficient for me to move from one place to another, to use these old roads. So my question was actually just, do you actually have a plan, section by section maybe, to close these waterway roads and give us another option? Or how is this transition going to happen? Do you have a plan for that, an idea? I'd be very happy to park my motorbike somewhere and get onto a bicycle, but I'm not seeing it as something that is actual today yet, and I'd be happy to see it happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Ansh, for your words, which are very comforting. And your question about is there a mobility plan, especially ones which actually reverts back these waterways into waterways rather than being used as roads, which is today. So I believe you are talking about the Odai Perambokes. There are two aspects to it. One is the legal aspect. Odai Perambokes are supposed to be maintained as Odai Perambok legally. That is what it is. Even the recent High Court judgment makes it very clear. So our commitment is to ensure that the Odai Perambokes remain as Odai Perambokes. We are not actually going to destroy that or to plow it through. That is for sure. It's not part of our plan. And the second thing is about the mobility plan. To get the mobility plan across, honestly, I think I would like to have this as a honest answer. See, all the teams even before me have been facing with 3 or 4 challenges in ensuring a mobility plan comes into action. The first is obviously, which everybody knows, is the land. We even had a GM 2 years before, where we wanted to have an alternative mobility for the residential zone, in which we could see how we factor in the Odai Perambokes and collectively ensure that the cars and everything is not there. So land is one issue, and the second issue is certain amount of densification which is required. If we are spread out on quite a vast area of space, and for example, if you want people to come to Solar Kitchen, that might be a little bit difficult. So we are working on the densification by looking at in the last 1 year, we have been aggressively looking at opening up housing projects in residential zone. We believe that would help us to bring a sizable amount of population back to the city area into the residential zone, which also means we could actually aspire and logically more for a collective transport. And the third important thing is ensuring that we all have a certain behavioral change. This is something we request the Aurovillians to actively participate in ensuring that we might have difference of opinions, we might have difficulties in overcoming it, but I believe that's why we are here as Auroville. If these answers have been found out, probably we don't need this experiment called Auroville. So this is something we have to put together, make our day-to-day changes, make these behavioral changes. From my side, I see for the first time we are all collectively sitting and discussing about mobility. Crown is a very crucial part of the mobility. And along with that crown, we are looking at developing the service nodes, where we would like all the cars and the pollutable or the petrol vehicles to be parked, and ensure that we have a collective transport system, or at least golf carts or something in that aspect. This is something we wish and we would like to complete it in the next 2 years. And this is something which is very dear to us, and we would like to ensure that we move towards a pedestrian friendly collective system where we respect each other, where we are really aware about our inner and our outer self. I think for all these things, mobility is very important. So our answer to your question, to be precise, is yes, we would come up. We will be presenting soon a mobility plan along with the cross sections of the crown, and we wish to ensure that this is collectively implemented. Thank you.